to the UniVersus Study Hall podcast. My name is Tyler, and today I am joined by
Michael.
James.
Welcome back, everybody. We will hop into some exciting news about My Hero and some other stuff. We'll actually talk about some other stuff first, but first, let me do some housekeeping. And this time it's not on a screen 10 feet away from me, so I can actually read it. If you would like to help support the show, please do so by liking us on Facebook, subscribing to us on YouTube, enrolling on our Patreon if you so want to, or coming and watching us live on Twitch when we finally get to do that, because we're in a space that we can do that with. We are also on SoundCloud and Spotify and iTunes, which all our podcasts go up on as an audio form every week that we record them. And all those links are at TCG University, so please go check those out and support us there. But let me thank all the lovely people on our Patreon, on our junior tier or higher, that are subscribed, and we get a shout out their name. Thank you. Maddie, Andrew Dang, Anthony Albino, Bryce Ratsek, Clay Cardwell, Jacob Ashen Macer. Macer. I've gotten that wrong every single time. Jay Rogers, Jesse Cervini, Jesse Morrison, Jesse Nix, Justin Farst, Kat Maria, Kevin Broberg, Kieran Vision, Kyle
Krajik.
I've also gotten that wrong every time.
Well, that one to me, that one's okay.
I'm very sorry. Lucinda Letica, Orlando Valdez Santos, Paul Casagrande Ransom MacArthur, Samantha Stevens, the baddest bitch around, Sean O'Brien, Timothy M. Freelieb, Tamers Evolution TCG, and Tyler Zane Peace. You guys are amazing. We love you very much. Thank you all for your
Tyler Zane Peace just never gives up.
He just never gives up. He might be.
He's like probably the long. It's probably
Jesse Cervini was the first one, and then
probably Jesse and him are like the two longest ones we have.
You guys are the real sweet guys. We'll also have sponsors later in the video, but you'll see that ad read that's been there for, I don't know, a month now.
We really need to fix that.
I'll record a new one soon.
I also need to buy shirts so we can do an ad read for that too.
Okay, sure. What has your guys' week in UniVersus been? The pre-show was what you did just in general through the last month. How have you guys been in UniVersus specifically?
Ooh, I've been running hot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Fuck me up.
2 weeks. Well, so 2 weeks ago I was playing Byakko, and I got second. And then this last week I was playing my Torn list. And yeah, I just sacked people. I just went cats, and then it's just
you just win the game.
Allurophobia, and Allurophobia just kills people sometimes, especially when like I'm playing Suzaku support, so I get Storm and Torment to clear itself, grab a character. I have Lightning Torture, Guaranteed Gauge. So yeah, it was pretty dirty. I was getting some really good checks. Yeah, I chonked him down in 3 attacks. He was playing Byakko with 38, and then I was playing against Drill Man, and I chonked him down in just 2 cats.
Drill Man.
Travis did.
Travis built Hellfire Impalement Drill Man.
Because we did not have this stuff for Cutman.
It was actually kind of cool, though, to just go Hellfire.
Play Hellfire is like cool. I'll do cool things. I draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
Do I draw the cool thing that goes burr?
Yeah. It looked pretty cool, but
I'm trying to remember my Hellfire deck. I wonder if I'd put that in my Hellfire deck.
Maybe.
I can check right now.
yeah.
Before you do that, what was your week? How do you play UniVersus 2 weeks ago?
I played the Sophidia deck I have been playing.
How'd that go?
Fine.
Did you get first? Because Michael got second?
No.
Oh, damn. You suck.
I lost 1 round to Jeff, but we technically would have drawn, so I gave him the win for the stats.
Okay.
Pad those stats. I drew with Travis. He cheated. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
the usual.
How do you cheat? What do you do?
Do you know?
Drag him.
Royal Bodyguard is a once per turn ability, not just a constant.
No, I don't know what that card is.
Oh, the stuff.
The stuff, yeah. Robot says
okay,
discard
yeah,
momentum,
yeah, yeah. The
stuff
Shiva
your card pool.
Yeah.
He was just using it multiple times, which I'm not paying attention as far as I know. That's what that card does. I don't read DLC cards.
Sure.
They're not on UFS Ultra.
Okay.
So like, probably should have won that match. Whatever. And then I won the Sophidia mirror in one game, and then he scooped because he just didn't really want to play anymore.
Yeah, I imagine.
It was a long day, but yeah, I went 1-1-1.
Okay.
Mostly 2 draws and a win.
Yeah.
That's a winning record.
What would you have played this week if you went?
I would have played Dejanet, but it was trash. So
Yeah,
glad I didn't.
It looked it.
wow.
Yeah.
I think that deck just needs work.
It was neat. I think that the deck is counterintuitive.
Well, it's supposed to be a meme deck, so like.
No, yeah, I know. It's just Dejanet wants to not want momentum, if that makes any sense.
Dejanet wants momentum.
Dejanet wants momentum so that she can use momentum on her opponent's turn.
Yeah. My deck's
know.
built to have momentum.
I know, but you have to have a fatality and a spell circle, which you get for free. But you have to have a fatality to resolve one. But it was cool.
Like if
It
it
was
works, it
super cool.
works.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
idea is just to like have 2 momentum. We play the Akuma Foundation. I think I'm gonna change the. I'm not gonna play the noob attack anymore. I'm just gonna play like 2 Zankyaku, which I think just discards your opponent's entire momentum or something like that. Something or another. Which the entire idea is discard all their momentum, have 2 momentum, have noob Sabat in the card pool, and then play your 7-drop Akuma card and go, cool. This is 24 damage unblockable.
Mm-hmm.
And then with like fatality, because we had the Akuma Foundation says destroy to discard the momentum, so you can set up the Akuma attack.
Right.
You also get 2 triggers, Sungo Kusatsu, which says commit. If you've destroyed a foundation this turn, this next attack gets 2/2.
Mm-hmm.
So you build that all up and go, cool. I'll destroy and discard all your momentum, and then go 2/2, 2/2, 2/2.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then you
Kill
play.
'em.
It slings over, so all you really need is the 1 spell circle. So fatality moves into your second. You play your cool attack. It gets like the +X off of the Sungokus. It's already 24, so like 24, 26, 28, 30, 32.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you don't have those, you also have Shove a Proud Mammoth that says when your attack's not blocked, burn your opponent for 2 by tapping it.
Okay.
Which you also could do with fatality if they choose not to block.
Right.
Because it just says not blocked.
Right.
You burn them and chunk them down.
So like the entire idea is like fatality. You want to block? Cool. I'll commit these 2, burn you for a couple. Cool. Play this. Cool. Tap some more. Dead.
Okay.
Just one shot.
Sure.
The idea is just a one shot. It's the Spike deck I built, except in my opinion not as good.
A
But I
cooler
think Spike's
attack.
better at defense early game, and I don't think Dejanet is. I think Dejanet's a better defensive late game than Spike, but Spike has a very good medium all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably build. I'm probably gonna build Teysa.
That's what you're gonna play next week.
I think so.
Nice.
Right.
We playing a deck with bang.
For the
Yeah,
first
please
week, for the first time in a million years, got to play at locals.
Yes.
Like I will be for
Yes.
the rest of time.
Yes.
I played the deck that Michael got second with and did not get second with it.
Wait, what do you say? Huh?
What did I just say about not playing in a million years?
He also got sacked by me.
I also got second.
Hardcore.
And then I faced who did I face last round? I faced you first round, and then Tanner playing Nightmare, which almost fucked me up because like he did 32.
He-
in one
Nightmare's
turn.
he's
nuts.
chunking you
Nightmare's
down.
nuts. Nightmare's still fucking good.
Yeah, and then I faced Jeff, and Andy just fucked me up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bang
this
bang.
Andy's pretty good.
Yeah,
Our
'cause
cowboy.
Andy's pretty good. I was playing Biako, that I'm having a whole ton of fun with. I'm very excited to
Like playing Big Cat.
I love playing Big Cat. Catmandu.
Yes.
Catmandu can do a good time at locals, and I will be.
Can do good time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna build a improved version of that, where I'm gonna have 4 flashy shadow kick, and then throw in some extra
Oh.
spicy like draw stuff, and then I can do whatever the fuck I want, anytime I want. And then I'm gonna have Shokin Prince. I'm gonna make it real annoying.
Are
for
you playing the
everybody
Cool
else.
Foundation?
What's the Cool Foundation?
The Johnny one?
No, the Gil card.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure.
That almost well, it did lose. Kind of lost me the game against Andy
Because it doesn't.
I had one in my hand, so I built four and had it in my hand because I had
You
no
can't
other
block
option.
with it?
I went first, and then he said, "I don't know if I want to do this, but I'm going to." So he played a foundation, an attack.
Let's cut loose.
Let's cut loose. He played. I think he played Cowboy, and Let's Go Loose. Built it down, destroyed it, built down 2.
And if it's
Played
a
the rest of his
nutcracker,
turn.
add in cool thing, drop cool thing.
Yeah. Did a bunch of stuff, and then I ended the turn with like 6, and I was like, okay, all right. He's thinking like, is that card in his hand really worth him not blocking, or is he like poshing? I'm like, this is a super important card in my deck. It's one of the most important cards in my deck. Cam came by, he's like, that is like actually the entire reason why you play the characters, because you get to do cool stuff with that. I was like, yep, absolutely. It's true, but you know, it's not good when it's
No, how many are you playing?
in my hand. I'm playing 2 of it
Okay, that's not bad.
in an 80
In
card
an
deck.
80 card deck.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 2 or 3. So. Like,
I mean, it was it and 4 cards on turn 0, so it was like
Oh yeah, you
4
thought
foundations
you were
on turn
fine.
0.
The
so
only
I was fine.
the only character you actually can't do that against is Nightmare and Andy.
Yeah. Well,
And yeah, because Astaroth will build.
And
Astaroth wants
Torn.
to build. Torn, you have to
Maybe
get
Torn.
lucky
you
You're
were
lucky.
attacking
You just
on
or
turn,
have
Cats.
2 life.
you were also attacking on turn 1 too. So
I was
yeah.
attacking literally every turn.
Well,
Yeah.
so you
That entire
kind of
tournament.
lose if he just decides to go Allurophobia. Cool, 4 damage, doubles.
I mean,
Really
I have
dumb.
30. I have 38 vitality, so I was pretty set. But
yeah, but on turn 1 you're not blocking.
yeah,
I sent a cats for 32.
he did.
That's
he
the
did.
most I did last night.
Yeah.
I did it twice. 32 twice.
Does anybody know if they're gonna unban Stromoff?
No,
Damn.
probably not.
Does anybody know if they actually play tested that with the one didn't keep turn?
I don't know if anybody took it.
Dang, I really want to know the stats on that. I want.
Yeah,
I
I don't think anybody took the bait.
really want Stromoff back.
It would be all right. I like Storm Effect too.
I want to build an attack ID, and I think she needs a very cheap style attack.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad you were there,
something
Tyler.
I am glad to. I'm glad to go back there for the rest of the time. Let's hop into these topics though. So the first thing I actually want to talk about is I didn't do a whole lot of research on it. I just did the very minimum of it. They talked about this more on our Magic podcast last week, maybe the week before. Magic is now copying UniVersus.
What's the title of this? Because I actually think that's what
It is Magic Voyages to UniVersus Beyond. It's Magic UniVersus Beyond. I very want to pronounce it correctly so that I don't.
It's Magic Universes.
UniVersus Beyond, not UniVersus Beyond.
Can I
But-
change the top thing to Magic Universes Beyond?
No.
Dang, I think that's better.
Magic UniVersus Beyond, My Hero this summer.
Yeah.
That's what
I was
you're
gonna put My Hero Summer release.
I swear. That's
To
fine.
infinity and beyond.
We're not going to be talking about this for like too terribly long. But Magic is copying UniVersus, and they are expanding to a set that will include different franchises. The one that they have named right here is Warhammer 40K.
Well, isn't that? I guess not.
It's not Magic.
Well, I'm trying to think if it's Wizards.
It might be.
It definitely might be.
They're also maybe doing The Walking Dead.
That's definitely not Wizards.
Yeah,
that's AMC.
that's probably not Wizards. Godzilla was already in it, right? I believe.
So
There
Godzilla-like
was a
creatures.
Godzilla thing,
Godzilla is not in it as Godzilla.
but there was
The what's the cryptozoic style of
Sure.
characters? Yes,
kaiju.
like
Yes.
kaiju's. Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
That concept's there.
Heavily implied Godzilla characters,
Not
not
Godzilla.
actually trademark Godzilla characters.
That would be trademark Godzilla characters, though, is what they're going at.
It's okay. Yu-Gi-Oh got away with it too.
Warhammer is.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh
Citadel
got
Games
away with
Workshop.
that. Star Wars.
There, as Jay Rogers has put in the comments or live chat, they're also doing Lord of the Rings.
Ooh.
Yo.
Maybe I pick up Magic.
Would you actually pick up Magic for Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm never fucking touching that game again.
Well, I'm already building like a EDH deck. If somebody wants to help me out with that, please. I'm dumb.
It's easy.
See, what are you
It's one
guys?
card of
So
everything.
It's easy.
the
That's the hard
reason
part.
the reason why I bring this up is because the joke of they're copying UniVersus.
The joke is going to put UniVersus out of business.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I want to talk about. Is
Here's the thing, Michael. They wouldn't really have to try hard.
right. If
They have the money.
if
Jasco
this
doesn't.
works well enough, would they? Do you think they would be able to acquisition some of the sets that were, some of the licenses that Jasco
Would they
had?
be able to? Yes.
Would they do it though? Would they go for Street Fighter?
It depends on what they're feeling. Like,
And if they do, would they?
Magic does this thing where they have
kill
like
UniVersus?
they have an idea of what stylized like theme they're going for when they do like blocks,
Mm-hmm.
where like they kind of follow a flow of like traveling and doing things like this, where they kind of exist inside a similar bubble. So I think if they wanted to go more of a route of like Street Fighter, that type of area, they probably could. Yeah, they really wanted to.
Would they kill UniVersus?
So here's the thing. I don't think they kill UniVersus for one reason.
Mm-hmm.
UniVersus died twice, and look at it. It's still going.
Right.
It's actually, I guess it's died 3 times, since now it's no longer UFS, it's UniVersus.
Sure, I guess.
So it's died 3 times, and it's still
Yeah,
rolling.
UFS has died. UniVersus still has never died once.
But the game still exists. The game's still going to exist.
Right.
The player base, to me, is much more committed than I would say like the Magic community. Trust me, I get it. Super committed community, super like broad, years long community.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, they are not as committed as like UFS players.
So are you saying,
UniVersus has
like,
died twice, and we still have players who have been playing since day one. Like,
so if they stopped Magic tomorrow, you don't think people would stick with it for years to come?
oh no, I think they hella would.
Okay.
I'm just saying, those players aren't the players that are picking up Magic today.
Okay.
The players that are going to stay are picking up Magic from today. They're picking up Magic from yesterday, 20 years back. They're picking up everything they want.
Okay.
Whereas UniVersus, most of our players are picking up everything because that's just what we have. That's what we want, is everything. We're not picking up because we have 4 different formats and we're trying to build standard, modern, EDH, legacy. Like we're not trying to do all that. We have one format right now, and then I guess we're gonna have My Hero, but to me that's new age kids. Who cares about that? Yeah. But like,
fuck those guys.
Yeah,
Wow. They're not watching yet. I can
not
say
yet.
that. They're not gonna come back.
They're not here till summer 21.
Right.
But like, I feel like how short our game is and how small the community is, we're just much more committed.
Okay.
As like a singular play group.
What do you guys think this means for like the future of UniVersus though, and the future of other card games? So if, say, Yu-Gi-Oh wants to now, and maybe not.
Yu-Gi-Oh's already doing it, but they're doing the thing Magic did without doing the thing Magic without doing
Okay.
They do the same thing Magic did with like the kaijus, where they build sets around the theme of maybe Star Wars, maybe X and Y, maybe this and maybe that.
But do you think
It's insinuated.
other card games would pick up this idea of branching out to different franchises?
Well, I mean, it's like already out, like in a few like different games, like Y Schwartz.
Yeah.
Why Schwartz
Right.
is built on that though. That's
No, yeah, I
That's the
know,
harder
but
part is
I'm
like
just-
what the game's built on.
Yeah,
Because
I
like
mean-
Magic's built on the core of the game. UniVersus is built on the core of the game. White Schwartz has a core, but it's not built on the core. It's not built on the play card, play other card, do cool thing. Magic is White Schwartz is built on. I have cool characters on my cardboard. I really don't care what they do. They built their game around the game, but more of the characters.
Right.
Whereas most other things go for building around the game, and then the characters just land where they go. I think it's just slightly different of where they start versus where they end.
But do you think this will eventually?
I think the problem they'll run into is what type of games are going to do it. Pokemon is one license. Digimon is one license. Final Fantasy is one license. They would have to expand past that, and Final Fantasy is licensed to everything inside the Final Fantasy universe.
Right.
They're not going to need to expand. Pokemon the same way. Not going to need to expand. Weiss Schwartz already does this every single month. Releases different license sets every single month.
I guess the
and
only people
JP
that-
has 2 sets every month.
I guess really the only people that like aren't doing this is like Magic. Yeah.
Like the only game. So like here's the thing: Magic created their own universe.
Yeah.
So they're stepping outside of their box. That's the thing that's different.
Right.
UniVersus didn't have a box. That's why UniVersus does what it does. It doesn't have a box. It's a system, and you built things around it.
Okay.
Magic built the card game. It's like everything inside the Magic universe is Magic's. Everything inside Yu-Gi-Oh is Yu-Gi-Oh. Everything's a singular license. Magic is stepping outside of that inside their game.
So I guess Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh are really the two that could do this, because the other ones are everything else is based off of
I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh
an already established franchise.
Yu-Gi-Oh is too. Magic is too.
I guess Yu-Gi-Oh.
Like Magic is too. Magic is stepping. So like the thing you're trying to think is like Magic could just do this. Magic created their own world.
Yeah.
They created Magic, like whatever they call I don't know what they call the Magic world, but like they created Magic as the world.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh is the world of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Pokemon's the world of Pokemon.
I guess. Okay.
They're stepping outside of their actual like license box to do.
Okay. My not fear, but my thought was, will this like
Influence other games to do it.
influence other games to do it, and then make UniVersus not be able to do it as effectively, or it now becomes like franchises now know that they can just go to Magic if they want to sell their license to the card game, and then Magic is either able to pay a lot more than what UniVersus is going to be able, what Jasco is going to be able to pay for.
That was the one big thing going for Jasco and UniVersus is, or UFS at the time when I'm talking about this in my head, is they were the only company that could pick up other things outside of having to start a brand new card game.
Right.
Like if they wanted to pick up Dragon Ball at the time before Dragon Ball Z and then Dragon Ball Super like 4 months after started, they could have if they wanted to, because it didn't have a card game.
Right.
Like The Walking Dead doesn't have a card game. Free reign. If UniVersus wanted to pick it up, they could have. They didn't.
Right.
Obviously, Magic can pay more money. Wizards
Right.
being Wizards, but like all these licenses are open, and usually, your number one, like in my opinion, the only company on the block that can actually build it into a card game would either be UniVersus or another system that works similarly, which is the maker of UniVersus, who built. He built the game that has Godzilla, Baruto, and the other Baruto game has two sets of Baruto. No.
No, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the name of that system.
I don't either.
But yeah, it's
He
Godzilla,
was one of the
Boruto
original
mashup.
creators for UFS, and
didn't know
kind of did similar system when he made like a new system for a new card game that had Baruto, they had Godzilla, and it's kind of the same thing of just like, here's a base system.
Baruto or Naruto?
Baruto for sure. I believe Naruto characters are in it, but obviously
So it's like a newer one?
yes,
Oh.
it's an LCG,
No idea what that is.
living card game.
Okay.
You know what a living card game is?
Kind of.
It's a card game that doesn't need new sets to do new things.
Okay.
You can like it's the way they say things work, but it gives you everything inside that one set.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
It's living because it doesn't. You don't have to buy packs. You don't have to buy promos.
You just buy it all at once.
You buy it all at once. It's kind of the way Versus worked. But like he created that, and then he actually created, what was it? There's one more game. It's Digimon, I think. He was working. He worked with Bandai for Digimon.
This Digimon?
Yeah, this Digimon.
Okay.
For the Japan release, I believe.
Okay.
But
That
like,
seems pretty smart.
I mean, he's created like I guess 3 card games at this point, so maybe.
All right.
But like he created that game, and though that game works similarly to the way UFS works, where it's a core system, and you just make cards for the system rather than making the system and cards at the same time.
Do either of you have a worry that it'll that other places being able to buy up these sets will make it so that Jasco is not able to?
No, because Jasco doesn't like buying sets anyways.
Okay.
I'm not too sure because like other card games that are gonna come out down the line, like will also have like this like idea, and like so they can either try and make their own world like Magic and games alike, or they could
Even
branch
like Flesh
out.
and Blood.
Yeah, or they could branch out like UniVersus and Weiss and how they do their stuff. So I mean, at the end of the day, it just comes down to like money and then how much you're willing to work with the IP holder. So I think,
Magic can definitely put a foot forward
yeah.
ahead of everybody if they wanted to.
But I mean, Jasko is literally willing to bend over backwards for an IP. So, I'm not too worried.
I still think on the UniVersus Jasko front, it really depends on how my hero does.
Yeah.
I still think my money's on that. It's flop or not, like for my hero.
That if my hero doesn't do,
I think if my hero doesn't do well,
done.
I think Jasko's gonna be in a real big hole. Yeah, both community wise, and I think like I don't want to say market wise, not what I want. Just like card shop and like licensing wise, like for retailers and for licensing to pick up, with companies to pick up and distribute their stuff. I think it all just depends on my hero, because you don't put money into something that's not going to sell.
I mean, with pairing with Asmodeus, they're not gonna really have a distributor problem.
It depends. I mean, it depends on how long the Asmodee contract will be. If they're in it for the My Hero and My Hero immediately busts, I doubt that contract lasts long.
I heard somewhere that Jasko makes their money on all the board games.
Oh, Jasko makes a lot of their money on the board games.
Do you think that UniVersus is not doing well then? Would actually think
UniVersus doesn't sell well.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
how would My Hero not selling well ruin the company?
It doesn't ruin Jasko. It ruins UniVersus inside of Jasko.
So Jasko decides it's not worth.
I don't even think
Pursuing
Jasko. I said it's going to matter on community and retail.
Okay. When you say retail, in my mind, that's
I'm thinking
if it doesn't sell well, we're gonna stop making it.
I think when I say retail, I'm talking like stores to like bigger shops and stuff like that. I'm thinking, oh, this doesn't sell well. Middleman, like, I don't think Rochester stop or like Legend will ever stop, but like those side companies that are like, I'm the only person in my area where you can get cheap shipping because it's right next door to you, and I pick it up just because some people will buy it. Okay. That's not going to happen, because if it doesn't sell, you're just sitting on the product, not making money. Like if nobody buys My Hero because My Hero is just absolutely trash, they're going to have a lot of leftover boxes with nobody to want to pick them up. Which means we're going to get My Hero as promotional boxes every single tournament for the next 7, 8 years, the same way we got Red Horizon 1. Except that was an in-house license. They could just reprint that shit to high skies. Like it depends on. I think if My Hero flops, the community's going to lose. Jasko's going to lose a lot of the community morale that they have behind them for wanting My Hero to be good, wanting the game to be good.
Even the people who are like willing to dip their toes in once it comes out.
Like, even if you don't know who Jasko is, if the game's not good, or like the cards aren't fun to play, like you don't like the way the cards play inside the game, you're not going to keep playing the game. So for the new players, if the game's not good, you're not going to play it. And then if you're the older players and you were real excited about My Hero, you're real excited about where the game's going. If you're not liking the format, whatever, if My Hero's supposed to be this super great set and it just immediately flops again, it'll be a repeat of Street Fighter, be a repeat of Mortal Kombat, be a repeat of like the last 6 sets that they've said. This is going to be the best set ever. You're going to love this set, and there's nobody really likes it.
I would like to talk more about this, but first we're going to take a small ad break. Jay Rogers has said some exciting things, some not exciting things, actually pretty horrible things in chat, but we're going to talk about that right after this. Hi, and welcome to the ads. This week we are brought to you by Cards Custom Builds. Are you into cosplay? Are you looking to get into cosplay? In the future, do you want to show up at your favorite event dressed up as your favorite character? Well, then Card Custom Builds is here to help. Cards Custom Builds creates everything from props and trinkets and weaponries all the way up to full costumes. I've seen some of the costumes that they made. They are all fantastic. They're really good stuff. If you would like to get some awesome things for your cosplay or just cool stuff to have around, if you want to throw a Halloween party at the end of the year and be like the talk of your Halloween party, please go check out Cards Custom Builds over at Facebook and tell them about TCG University. Say that we sent you and you'll get 5% off your entire order. Please do this. They do a bunch of things over there. Clay is making a lot of really cool stuff. He makes coasters too. If you want to go get coasters, I think he's selling them on Etsy and on Facebook. So please, if you want to get some cool stuff for your cosplay or for anything, go check out Cards Custom Builds and tell them that we sent you. This week, we are also brought to you by Dex Protections. Dex Protections is in a never-ending pursuit to create the highest quality storage and protection accessories. Their designs and innovation come from die-hard gamers and collectors just like you, so you know that what they make is stuff that you will want to buy, because they are also making stuff that they would want to buy. They are on a never-ending pursuit to create the best product, and that is why they are the leader in the industry in creating accessories for your deck products. Please, if you would like to go get some new stuff for when we're finally able to go out into public and go to tournaments and stuff, go to Deck Protections, and there will be a link down in the description down below for that. Please go check them out. We're also brought to you this week by Red Riot Games. They are a Canada-based online seller of things like UniVersus, MTG, and Pokemon. They're friends of the show. We like them a whole lot. Please, 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 please go to redriotgames.ca and check out all their singles there. And when you check out, use creator code TCGU to help support the show and help support them. It would be greatly appreciated. We like them a whole lot, and we would love it if you would use them to buy some singles for any upcoming tournaments that you might have towards the end of the year. Thank you. And we'll get back to the show. All right, welcome back. So we're going to be talking. So I'm going to segment this into the main topic that I wanted to talk about. We had a Jawfist a few days, 2 days, yesterday? Was it yesterday? It was yesterday, because it was before Tam was doing a live stream of it before he came to locals. Dang. And in it, they announced a few fun things.
Yeah, from the Gamma Show.
Yes, from the game show.
Can we before we get into it, can we talk about the disappointment that the Gamma Show is for what they were hyping it up to be?
Sure, I do not know what
Before-
they were hyping up to be.
So
Before we even discuss that, can
Yeah.
we just talk about how silly it is that you have to keep something so hush hush and not sherry?
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is like Jason was real big on, or like, and I believe he had Tim do it when they were on the podcast. It's like, there's gonna be a big announcement. You gotta wait till the Gamma Show, and everybody's like, ooh, big announcement. We're finally gonna get a date. And then like a day before Gamma was supposed to happen, they went, yeah, you're gonna need a retailer's license to be able to get into it. You gotta buy tickets to the show, and you're not allowed to stream it or release information from the show. The date, like the 2 days, day or two before, is like, yeah, that you just can't.
The only thing you can do is talk about what your eyes saw.
Yep. And then when this was brought to Jason, I believe what people have been told was, well, you'll just have to see what's going to happen. Like, people are going to miss it. It's like, I won't be able to be there. I don't have a retest. We just have to wait and see what comes out. After spending like 2 weeks hyping, it's like, it's going to be you got to see Gamma. You got to see it. We're going to biggest release ever. Biggest announcement. Woo!
So did they announce? So what is Gamma?
Gamma's just a trade show. It's a private trade show right now.
Okay. Did it already happen?
Yes, it happened Friday.
And did they?
Or yesterday. Yesterday.
Do we know if they release stuff at Gamma?
You know everything we already know.
Okay.
That information came from Gamma.
But do we know that if they like told different stuff to the people at Gamma?
No, we don't know. It's a private show.
Okay. There's nobody was there. Okay.
Yep, it's a private show.
Okay.
You had to be in the thing, and only a certain amount of information you were able to release. What information they say you're allowed to release, you're allowed to release. Because what it is it's a bunch of companies being like, hey, this is what I got going out. I want to hype you guys. You guys hype me on your things, and we're all hyped about the same shit. Sorry. We're all hyped about the same shit. We all like kind of like cross-promote inside stores, inside companies. Right. Hey, I'm looking forward to this coming from this company over here. I'm looking forward to this over here. And everybody gets to see what's coming out this year, what people are planning. And then decide if they want to help products, I guess, or if like, well, I want to pick that up. Just see where everybody is on the playing field.
Right.
Just show off basically to everybody on the inside the loop.
Right. So that we didn't get to know any of that.
No.
Instead, we got to learn that Jasco is partnering with Asmodeus. Is that it?
I think people just call it Asmodee.
Asmodeus.
Yeah.
We looked it up yesterday. They are a distributor of board games, and they distribute Pokemon in France. That's how their card game
That's
Where
as
they
far as we
distribute
got
the
for
card
they
games.
said.
Yeah,
They said board game and card game distributor.
Right.
And when we looked at what card games they distribute, just Pokemon and just in France.
Yeah. So, I mean that's they are still like
they're still a distributor.
they're
it's
still
whatever.
big players in the game, and helping Jasco distribute this game is probably going to help them out a
The
great
problem we're going to run into is exactly what Jade Rogers commented
deal.
earlier.
So Jay said that GGS just canceled my flags. What's FLGS?
FLGS, I think is I think it's just Florida Game Store
Okay.
is what I think it is. Don't quote me on that. I
don't
believe
know.
the GS is Game Store. I don't know what the FL means.
Florida Game Shop.
That's what I'm thinking it is. Yeah.
Okay. His pre-order for the My Hero with little warning, and the owner is now scrambling for new pre-orders. Distribution is a massive problem.
I think it's just because they canceled the distribution to everything that wasn't probably Asmodee.
Okay.
That is my bet of what it is.
Did they?
Their deal with Asmodee is they're going to promote straight through them, and everything goes through them, and they probably get it real cheap.
Okay.
Because I know Jason loves saving money.
Right. Do you so
everybody that ordered and got their pre-orders and everything from everything that wasn't Asmodee probably just lost all of it.
all right. Which
Means on top of that, anybody that pre-ordered and was guaranteed the cool quirk packs for not getting the player bundles that they pre-ordered through the other ones probably won't get those pre-orders at all and won't get the quirk packs because now they have to order through Asmodee. So they're going to double not get what they ordered for the first time they ordered.
Well, man, I really hope that isn't true.
I also really hope that's not true. It's just the way it looks to me. It looks like it real sucks.
If that is true, that is
It big suck.
man, that's like honestly one of the worst things
Yeah.
to ever happen. Hopefully though,
I'm hoping they're gonna refinance everything into everybody that pre-ordered through other companies can still get it through Asmodee.
if you have your thing,
if
just
you
do
have
it
like
from here.
confirmation stuff, they'll let you redo it. But I don't know what it does for the money you put into the Asmodee, into the non-Asmodee companies. If that's the way it truly works. If that's the reason why.
It kind of sounds like best case scenario here is that all the distributors just have a big headache now.
The
because
other
they have to go through like all this extra work
Yep.
to do
Pick up
this
things.
thing that they were already doing.
The other thing it could be is when Jasco made a deal to go directly through Asmodee, most of the other distributors just dropped UniVersus because he made a deal with the direct distributor instead of just free playing for all the distributors. It's a possibility.
Is this? Do we know that it's directly through
I
Asmodee's where
I
everything is?
don't. That's they made a deal with Asmodee. Asmodee is a distributor, and then Jay is saying like his distributor
Yeah,
dropped
the-
all those.
What the
That's
post
just the way it
read
looks to
was,
me.
we have partnered with Asmodee to help distribute the My Hero card game.
Yeah, which
Worldwide.
to me
Worldwide.
could be just the worldwide part. Maybe that's just it.
Maybe they're just doing it. in
But
France.
we don't know what the terms of the contract are. We don't know any of that.
Right.
That's the issue. It's just like
I guess then
that
best
part
case
does have to be
scenario-
confidential. I get that. That's cool and whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like that's not even, in my opinion, the worst news of this.
I mean, I guess it'd be pretty cool if they like translated it and sent it out other places.
Even if they don't, trust me, we're one of the only countries that don't almost mandatorily speak more than one language.
Right.
So like
I get that like
other countries
other
probably
places
speak
can
English
read and
fluently
do
like us.
English. Yeah. I know that.
Like I'd also be happy with other countries getting, because that means hey, I could order from other countries, get some people to ship me some. Just going back to the Yu-Gi-Oh days, can I get some?
Yeah, can I get some German shotguns from
And
you?
I'll swap you English shotguns, because that's the big thing in Yu-Gi-Oh is other countries
Foreign
like playing
cards.
foreign cards all
Okay.
the time.
So they pay more for them.
Yeah,
Well, yes and no. It
like
depends.
$5 normally.
It's like it's
Yeah.
like $5 up. Both
Depending
sides.
on the language. German, you could get someone to pay $8 to swap, and then any other language was like $5.
I think the only
you couldn't
for
do
Yu-Gi-Oh the only language
no Spanish and no kanji. Chinese,
You couldn't
Japanese,
do Asian
Korean,
languages.
anything like that.
but that's mainly because they have their own like
Rarity system.
rarity system, so the cards
Okay.
aren't the same
Okay.
Yeah.
like at all.
So a $300 card in America is a rare in Japan.
Okay.
And because we got 2 exclusive cards and they didn't, the card over there in Japan that's a rare, well, it sucks. That's why it's a rare. But because it's a secret rare and we got exclusive cards that help make it work, makes it more money. Worth
Okay.
more money.
It's an entire weird thing because they have two different. They have the OCG and the TCG thing.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
but
Yu-Gi-Oh
like,
stuff.
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh
stuff.
stuff. But Yu-Gi-Oh
Nothing new.
foreign cards is real fun. I love foreign
Yeah.
cards
Well, and like some of them are like darker and lighter, and the
Like-
text is different.
because printers aren't always the same.
Can you play them in your deck like they
Yeah.
were?
Okay.
Okay.
The only
As long as the card itself is not physically damaged.
and you
you're
had
fine.
and most of the time if you had translations.
Okay.
The rule is as long as both. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh works mostly on as long as both players know what's going on. Nothing.
You're good.
Nothing. You're good. It's like most of the way. Like even like rulings. If rulings are slightly tweaked or slightly changed, if everybody or like because like Yu-Gi-Oh can be very sharky when they want to be. So like
Right.
if you
I've
want,
heard.
it's like sometimes if you have to name a card and you like don't say an entire full card name, people can get real upset and try to shark you. And in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just like you both know what's going on. Shut up and go play.
Yep.
Okay.
Like they don't take like sharking is okay, but understand if both people understandably know that one card is recognized like shotgun's just shotgun, not spirit shotgun.
Right.
If we just call it shotgun, and somebody tries to shark you,
Well, I don't have a shotgun.
I only have a spirit shotgun. Fuck off. It's a spirit. It's a spirit shotgun. It's a shotgun. You both know what's going on. Play the fucking game.
Right. Okay.
Like there's like stuff like that happens, but like
Well, that doesn't. So I don't think that in UniVersus though.
no, that
Other
won't.
languages would even work with. They'd even allow that.
I think they would.
You think that they'd let?
So like the way Yu-Gi-Oh works, as long as you have a translation for it, so you have to have you have to have an original card so you can, or like a picture of it, so you could show a translation for the original card.
Well,
So that
I
way
mean,
you can read it.
And so the problem is what's wrong with Germany having their cards in German? Their Magic cards are in German. Their Yu-Gi-Oh cards are in German. Their Digimon cards are in
Mhm.
German. There's not a problem with it being another language.
Yeah.
Right. I guess. Anyways.
Plus,
though.
if they did that, it makes it easier. Like if they did, like the US have, like you can have whatever language you want as long as you have somebody is able to have the original card to translate. That works in UniVersus because, like, well, if we start having like actual world tournaments in different places, or like even if people come from different countries,
Mhm.
having the original cards to know what things do, like they're gonna have if they have entire German decks, we're gonna need translations for those.
I
Like
guess
we
so,
have a
yeah.
Chilean champion. Like
All right.
if
But yeah, my thing was that like UniVersus seems to be a big stickler on card text cannot be like obstructed whatsoever.
Yeah.
And if it is, then that card's not legal. So why wouldn't a card in a different language?
well, Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't even let you even try.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh's just like nah.
If your card is damaged, literally at all, whether it's the corners, stuff like that, you're not supposed to technically use it in Yu-Gi-Oh. If the
Okay.
card is damaged at all, you're not supposed to use it.
Like sometimes people don't even like it if like cards are signed, just because like it's weighted different. It can be weighted. It's like
But
Yu-Gi-Oh gets very, like I
you're-
said, very sharky.
You're definitely not wrong.
Okay.
You're definitely not wrong.
I guess maybe they.
Like the
I-
problem is
I understand.
the problem
I
is
understand where
the
you're
the
coming
scales
from.
Yeah.
super hang on both sides.
It's just a different language.
Okay. So then maybe we could get a translation for UniVersus and get it everywhere, which would be
Dude,
very
I
cool.
would fucking love.
Well, and it makes it all more accessible worldwide, right? Like
Mhm.
that's like the word that we want to use, right? With signing with a big distributor. Where
it-
some people compare them to the Disney of board games, but some people compare them to the Holocaust when they gutted their Star Wars game. Like
Okay.
like there's a really wide range, and so hopefully
Hopefully we get to good end.
worldwide.
We get the good end.
Like hopefully worldwide means something good, and new stuff can come out of it. Because I would love for there to be other like country champs and stuff like
I
that.
would love
besides
to. I
just
would love
UK
to
and
travel like a
nationals
world circuit.
and NA. I mean,
A world circuit would be
Awesome.
sick as fuck.
yeah.
Too expensive.
Well,
Tam
I
did-
mean, it'd be too expensive, but like it wouldn't cost anything for Jasco. Tournaments are ran
Right.
in house anyways.
it would be very cool, but too expensive for us to do.
I mean, I'd probably do it. Just plan it. That's all you gotta do is plan it.
I guess for like 2 years from now, we're gonna go to Germany to.
Oh no, I would save up and plan for a world tour. Like to
That's
plan to go.
That's hyper expensive.
Eh.
Well, you literally, you work 7 days a week, and you literally just do
I
that.
got a new job coming. I'm gonna make some money.
I guess.
You literally just work. You don't do anything else, and then you get some
you're
time
like-
off.
You have this dumbfoundment of like, it's so impressive. It's so stupid.
You got no what?
It's just your face was just like weird.
Okay.
It was just like a profoundment of disappointment.
Well,
at the
because
same
like,
time.
I got a new job, I'll have money, and then I'm like, I know he won't have money.
It's because I play. It's because I do too much.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Why do things cost so much?
Cam did make a throwaway comment last night that this will bring UniVersus to Target though, which
Ooh.
I mean, looking at all the games that Asmodee distributes, they are all at Target,
I'm down.
which might mean that UniVersus comes to Target.
Man, maybe I don't
Maybe
leave Target now.
Walmart. I don't know where.
That discount matters.
It's not.
Here's the thing.
It's not hitting Walmart.
It's not at Walmart.
Walmart's shipping out all of their card stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They're
then
not dealing with it.
yeah, it might come to Target, which
Because I've been to
That's very cool.
5 different Walmarts in my area,
And they just don't have
I
anything.
can find sports trading cards, and that's it. I can't even find old Magic packs. Nothing.
they did do that. I remember when I went there to try to pick up top loaders, and they didn't
Yeah,
have any.
they're just
was
getting
gutted.
like
Okay.
they're getting everything.
Yep. It's just turning into the TV ads
Okay.
spot.
So, yeah.
But so
I'd-
hopefully Target.
I'd be excited with that. Not because I work at Target, because the 15% discount that I get will equal as much as I get from any other distributor.
Yeah,
Um,
probably less.
yeah.
You can just feel cool.
That's how it's been with like Pokemon cards. Is that if we buy
Hey,
Pokemon
do you guys
cards
do you
from a
guys
distributor-
remember when Barnes and Noble was supposed to pick up UniVersus or UFS?
No, I don't remember that. No.
Yeah, it happened for like I think a month.
Okay.
Yeah, they got the I believe they got the 10s. They were supposed to get the
I do remember that.
Street Fighter C Viper 10s, I believe.
What the heck?
Oh no, wait, no, they were supposed to get.
I think I even remember seeing the Dark
We were
Stalker
s-
10s there.
I think they were supposed to get the original Darkstalkers Mega Man 10s. Is what I think it was.
Yeah. I am remembering some of this now.
Yeah, it didn't last long, in my opinion. I remember somebody making a cool post about like, hey, I went and found one. Yeah, lucky them. It's like, yeah, it's a memory now.
But if it is coming to Target,
It's real cool.
That is very cool, and that'd be exciting.
Mm-hmm. It would be.
That would be.
I
And
trust me.
then
It makes it more accessible.
they could all get butt out by a group of people in the morning, and
Yeah, because
not
that's how
have any work for
that's how
anybody else.
UniVersus works. It's mainstream, and people want to buy it and remake money.
I
off
don't
of
know.
it.
The group that I saw at my work when I left there yesterday, they might buy a bunch of My Hero.
Oh well, yeah. Fuck, I hate that so much. I'm
The
not-
group that was sitting there at 8:30 waiting for the lady to show up at like 11. To
I've had people
scalp
show
all
up.
the
I've
Pokemon.
had people show up at like 7 o'clock in the morning and sit there until 5 o'clock in the afternoon until she doesn't show up, and then go home.
Yeah, that's what they
Like
do. Were they?
it's just scalpers.
I think it was the same people that would make sure.
They are
yesterday.
definitely the same people because they have like a Reddit group or like a Facebook group, and then when somebody sees her at the end of the story, like she's over here, and everybody just shoots over.
Okay.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
We actually talked about this on the Final Fantasy podcast
Okay.
of how bad the secondary market is getting altogether.
Go
'Cause we-
check that out because we're not going to talk about that here because it's not affecting
Dang.
universes yet. Because there's-
Well, yeah,
you
but like
buy it
we were talking about Digimon, we were talking about Pokemon, like Fab.
Flesh and
We were
Blood
talking
a
about
little
Flesh and
Magic is
Flesh
not
and Blood
getting
has a
touched.
problem because it's new, and it's already started first edition unlimited, which kind of, in my opinion,
Yeah, but I mean, they're still
real
hurting
rough.
for print runs
yeah,
because they're still stuck behind Pokemon and Magic.
important games. Yeah,
Even though
Jay,
Magic
I'm
is
sorry I haven't seen your comments. It's not loading for me until like my phone turns
what's
off.
the next comment?
He said a lot of stuff.
Oh.
Asmodee, biggest board gaming company in the world. Don't know exactly how big it is. Their goal is to reach global. Friendly local game store. That was probably something we were saying.
Oh, that FLG
Yeah.
GS.
Okay,
Friendly
friendly
local-
local game store.
yeah.
Okay. Are they still going to honor the pre-orders though? Hopefully. It is a
That was
French company. They use lineage conversions. Probably is a good move for Jesco on a
Man,
for a
I
partner.
hope-
Barnes and Noble's had Mega Man Darkstalkers starters
Yeah.
in my area.
I wonder. I really hope it's not the same. They don't end up being the same people that did the cross shipping, the distribution for the Naruto card game, the original Naruto card game, because the art that they had to change on that was absolute dog shit.
I don't know if they're just distributing. Well,
Well, so like other countries have different like restrictions on what they can show and what they can't show.
I guess you are correct. Yeah.
Like it just happens. Other countries aren't as safe with like violence, aren't as safe as X and Y.
Japan.
There are going to be titties on these cards. So I don't know what.
I don't know how the French feel about titties.
The French love titties. I don't know about like.
You heard it here first, folks.
Oh, oui, a titty.
But like, to me, they just like destroyed some of the Naruto like other like cross translation cards.
Okay.
They had to like destroy art, and it just sucked.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
I also hope that doesn't happen.
Some exciting news, though.
Depressing news.
You think it's depressing? I think it's exciting.
I think it's absolutely depressing.
We have gotten a time frame for when My Hero is going to come out.
Yep.
As you can see
October
on screen.
2020. February 2021. March 2021. Summer 2021. That's depressing news.
That it took
Those
so
are all
long
the
that it
four.
got
Those
pushed
are
back so much?
4 different time frames.
Okay, here's the thing, though.
I understand it.
Here's the thing. Though.
I'm tired of just being told it's almost here.
Tell me when it's here.
I'm not going to. If this was like Jasko's fault that it was getting pushed back this much, then I'd be more upset with it. But like, this is COVID's fault.
No, the October to February was COVID's fault.
Right.
February to March was Funimation. March to summer is supposed to be Asmodee's.
Okay.
That's the part that bothers me is none of this is Jasko's fault.
Okay.
From October to February was because COVID. Whatever, sure. I get it. Everybody started cutting back on everything. February to March was because Funimation without tournaments didn't want to release a set without tournaments.
Right.
Cool, I understand it. February to whatever summer is going to be because of Asmodee, I'm tired of it. I'm done. Like I don't.
You think at that point it's on Jasko to?
It's on Jasko at this point because it is the third one.
Okay.
They're setting it back a third time. This has been the longest pause between sets since Darkstalkers to Endines.
Mm-hmm.
Darkstalkers to Endines was 2 years and change.
Right.
We are about at a year and change right now, almost a year and a half.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I understand half of it. You can blame on COVID.
Okay, hold on.
It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna put an asterisk next to that year and change because we gotten a lot of DLC in that time.
Yeah, sure. And during the 2 years, we also got promos. We got reprinted starter decks, more promos, champ cards.
I think that's a little dude.
It's the same thing. It's the same amount of cards.
I don't know. I think DLC.
You
is a
value
little
them
bit
differently because you had to pay for them.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You paid for them, so you value them more.
Yeah,
it's the same amount of cards.
That's correct, but like, it's not the same amount of cards. I think we have way more DLC than we ever did.
So we had how many? 6 DLCs, 12 cards, so about 70 cards. In that 2 years, we had 3 champ patches, which are about 12 cards apiece, and like 3 different sets of promos, which are also about 12, 16 cards apiece as well. I have all the promo sets.
I guess I don't know.
Like the problem I'm having is you should not feel that the DLCs made up for this time. You should not feel happy that you got something.
Well,
it's not.
It's my God-given right as an American
to feel shortchanged by the company you want to give your money to,
and smile.
Right.
Okay, smile
Like,
after I just got taken out on a date.
giving jump change at McDonald's. Go home. Like the problem I have isn't that DLC's coming. It's that it was supposed to be a DLC released with other sets. We were supposed to get like 2 or 3 DLCs, get a set. 2 or 3 DLCs, get a set. Understandably, COVID pushed that one back, but the DLCs came out fine. Mm-hmm. They all released on time. In fact, I think there's like 1 or 2 that had like a week back, but like all the DLCs came out on time.
You're saying that they should have released like a set in between.
There was a rumor they could have done Street Fighter. I think they should always have a Red Horizon in the can for moments like this, where you don't spend money doing things. You spend money only on what you're making. You don't have to get licensing for art that you probably already have. Everything is in-house. You're perfectly ready for it. Understandably, I heard also that the Street Fighter set was definitely not going to be ready if they did release it. But still, the Red Horizon set should always be in the can. It's their personal license. It's easy, cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get a new Mishka.
Like
I-
it's something like they're always Jason, in my opinion, is always planning for the next biggest thing ahead. But when that plan doesn't work, he pushes that plan even further.
Okay.
When he hits the stop, he hits the gas harder. He hits that speed bump and launches himself
Okay.
to the next thing he has in mind, not worrying about where he is right now.
Okay.
So all that time he missed out on doing something else, he just pushes it into doing something next.
Mm-hmm.
There's no compensation for what he did miss, in my opinion.
I think that's totally fair.
Plus, waiting a year and a half for a set's ridiculous.
Yeah, for a lot of card games, yes, and especially this one. Jay has said that now that it is tied to his Modi, though, it is pretty firm on when they can and can't.
Real timetable.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
can we
like,
get a real timetable on set releases? Can I get, like, what's the next 2 sets? Just tell me what they are. Don't tell me when. Just say,
Yeah.
hey, I have this and this planned. That's it.
It would. So next.
I mean, it's Street Fighter, right?
they do
I believe
drop
it's.
this once a week.
I think it's Street Fighter. Yeah,
Drop
I believe
is
so.
a weekly thing, right?
I believe so.
Sometimes bi-weekly.
Then
Depends on if they have enough things to talk about.
in the next week or next week, it would be nice if they.
I believe
they
Jason's
were
talking this
to
week.
Tell us what we might be able to expect next.
I believe Jason is going to talk this week because he's going to hype up his big announcement with Asmodee again.
Okay.
He's going to talk about all the big things he's got coming.
Okay. But
All I know is this feels a lot like the period between Darkstalkers and Endines, where nothing happened and we were all just told something's about to happen. We're going to do something.
it was pretty exciting when it did happen, though.
Yeah, cool. They created another entire format because of Endines.
Right.
How about that work?
I remember going down to that game store and having a fun time.
But remember having a fun time playing that format now?
No, but like,
Do you remember when they do you remember when they changed the entire format of that format?
yeah. I'm excited for the new My Hero to come out in 2 years.
Do you remember when they had the man? I wonder what they're going to give away for the first tournament. They gave away a car for the other one. They got some big shoes to fill for that tournament.
Something happened.
Yeah, fucking goddamn it! When this happened,
Yeah.
Just now.
Just now, this second.
Don't worry, your stream recording that is still happening in the background. Whenever you're ready, we're going to relaunch that visual recording session. Check to see if we're still streaming.
We're not. Are we? We might be.
It says we're still streaming. Am I there?
No, you're over here. Yes.
No.
But I don't know if it's just caught up yet.
La
We are
la
live.
dee, la la dee.
No, we're not. Okay, you've moved. So we are there. Sorry about that. Do you
the-
want to click something?
No. If we click it, it's going to stop the stream and stop the recording. But it says, so an error occurred which has caused Streamlabs OBS to close. Don't worry. If you were streaming or recording, that is still happening in the background. Whenever you're ready, we could relaunch the application. However, this will end your stream/recording session.
Okay.
So we're
So
just going
we're-
to stream and record and nothing, we hope nothing breaks. Let
So
us know if
we're-
it does.
We're gonna. Hey, welcome back. Sorry about that. That little pause. We have a problem currently going on with Streamlabs that I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it.
I mean, at least it didn't just shut down. That happened to me the other day.
What did Jay? They are released into the environment with no in-person gaming and people with less money because of no jobs. This is weird take for in the world of COVID. So yeah. Yes, he's saying that they just can't like do it right now.
They totally
No, they
can.
sh-
They
they-
don't want to. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The secondary market is booming and crashing at the same time, specifically because people are spending money on card games. People
Thanks
are
to the
spending
government.
exorbitant amount of money, and trust
Thanks to
me,
the
it's
government.
not even because of the government either. They just have their extra money that they're not spending on going out to eat because they can't really go and sit places like they want to.
Thanks
can't-
to the government.
Can't go to bars. They can't go out and have the fun they used to have. So instead of spending on their vacations, their trips to the bowling alley, whatever else fun things they like to do, skating rink, what if people still skate, like they're spending it on cards because that's what they're able to do.
I will say
Thanks to the government.
that isn't necessarily something that like a company could have predicted though, and I think a company that had to cut so many of its workers.
I think they could have realized it by I would say the February. I think hella before February. I think they could have realized it by the October-ish release they were supposed to have.
But by that
Obviously, they could have changed it to February, but they could have realized that by October that they could have started selling cards.
If they made a Red Horizon or a Street Fighter set, they could have started selling them on October.
Like they were still able to make cards. We got the DLCs. Other companies were able to make their cards. Like it still happened.
Yeah. What? Okay. He's asking, what do you mean by booming and crashing at the same time?
So
those are contradictions.
They are contradictory. I get it. So it's booming in the sense of everybody is buying fucking cards right now, off the wall. Everybody's buying.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's selling. The problem is, everybody knows that the government's giving them nice stimmy checks.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Joe, Daddy Trump, all been giving you money for the last year and a half.
Right.
So all these cool low card prices are not really cool right now.
So
your $10, $15
they're
cards are like
inflating.
$30, $35. Yeah.
So it's not crashing, but they are.
So it's going to crash when people decide to stop spending money.
Inflation.
Yeah, inflation's happening. The way that even like a normal market works is once things are inflated, if people stop buying, it will crash because nobody's going to buy and everybody's going to have a lot of things to sell.
Okay.
Because everybody's constantly selling. It's the reason like scalpers are making their money right now is because people are willing to buy at that price because they have nothing else to do right now.
They have nothing else and they have a bunch of money.
Yep. So they're willing to buy at that higher price. So people who want to scalp or do whatever are going to start really making money right now. And then the people who are scalping right now, when everybody decides, well, I've had enough of this. I don't really need to buy this. And everybody finally starts calming down.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's going to crash because people aren't going to buy it those $35 ridiculous prices. Like they're just not.
So I think that's a good thing though.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing, but like it's the way housing market works. People are buying. It's going to rise things, and then it's going to crash.
I love a crash to happen so that I can buy a
Yeah,
house.
that's fine. Perfectly fine. I get it. But like I'm just saying, it's crashing at the same time.
Okay.
It's crashing as it's booming because the crash is going to happen.
Then it's not crashing at the same time. It's going to crash though.
Yeah, but the crash isn't going to be like gradual. It's going to be almost instant.
That's what a crash is.
A track.
Crashes aren't usually like you see them coming.
I don't
Usually
know.
it's like you go in an intersection and then you get hit by a semi. That's what a crash is.
Yeah.
Other things are just an accident, and this isn't an accident.
Or if it happens on Wall Street.
Right.
Then it's an accident. But like that's just what's happening.
So that is what you mean.
Thanks.
That's
to
what
the
I mean by
government.
it's booming and crashing because the crash is going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. It's going to be unexpected, but like I can't say it's not going to happen right. It's not happening right now. It's not happening tomorrow. It could have already happened, and I don't know about it because I don't watch TCG Player every fucking minute of my day.
I think just the accurate terminology is just inflation.
Yeah.
We're just dealing with card game inflation.
Yeah. Prices are just going up. People are still wanting to buy.
I'm going to go with what Jay has suggested, and is that Jasco has decided to save up these sets to ride that My Hero wave.
Oh, I 100% think this is strictly
Straight
to
ride that
release
surf.
My Hero as the first full set in UniVersus. I don't think it has anything to do with making money, putting out other sets, waiting to be able to work with Funimation and Asmodee. I think those just happen to be. I think Funimation happened to be a good excuse, and the Asmodee partnership happened at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has anything to do with the release of My Hero. I think they got pushed back by Funimation because Funimation obviously wants their game to sell immediately. Right. And I think the Asmodee partnership came at the right time to push it just a little bit further to make sure they can have a tournament schedule running when My Hero hits the ground.
I think that all sounds great.
No, I think it's perfectly fine. I think
Especially with the real
kind of
world opening
bold-faced
back up.
lying to us by giving us excuses that just happen to fit the bill. It's kind of lame.
Okay. That's what
Obviously, I don't know that those are that's what's happening, but that's just the way it feels to me.
Okay.
Because Jasco has always talked big, and behind the scenes, it's been a little rattly. So, like...
I do think that saving up the sets to ride the wave, though, is a pretty good idea.
I think it's fine. I just hate sitting around with no information.
It would be nice if they told us stuff.
I know, like, the next 5 sets to come out in every single card game I play, outside of, like, Monarch being the only set coming out in
I think we're supposed to get spoilers later this month.
Flesh
I don't
and
know. I just
but
bought
they're
it.
technically only on their fourth set. So, like, I understand that. They're not working so far ahead right now because they're trying to stay where they are.
They actually have a lore book
Ooh, that's right. I couldn't buy the lore book because I had to be a book brick and mortar. There was an entire thing. I tried to get it.
Yeah, and so like that's what is, and you can look and read, and you can tell like, wow,
What
this
sets-
is
what-
Wrath, this is Arc, and so that's
what's coming
that's
up?
why people think there's going to be a witch and a cleric in the next
okay.
one.
That's why people say there's cleric. Okay. So I should stop saying I'm going to play cleric when it comes out in the next set because I don't know if it's coming out.
Yeah,
Got it.
nobody knows.
But like Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what the next sets are coming because Yu-Gi-Oh has the OCG and they're already ahead doing that. Same thing with Digimon. They have their next 4 sets out already in JP. But so you know what's coming in English, but JP also know practically knows what their next couple of sets are. So does for Yu-Gi-Oh. Magic, they have their next sets planned and have like little snippets, but that's it. Like Weiss Schwartz, I could tell you what the next 6 sets are this year, mainly because I'm buying 5 of them, unfortunately. We'll be real broke this year, guys. But like, I just want to know what's next. I don't even need dates. Half the things for the Weiss Schwartz stuff right now doesn't have dates. They have all the way up to June or July. And that's like 3 sets right now. They have what comes out next month, the month after, and then the 2 sets that come out in July. That's it. I don't know what the next 3 sets after that are, what dates, but I know that they're coming.
That they exist.
They exist.
One day.
Yep.
Hopefully, when it gets a little bit closer to summer, when we have, and they finally are able to actually set a release date for this game.
I'm hoping it comes.
then
I
they
really
can-
am.
Then they can do it. But they have the. Hopefully, this summer is like official.
I mean, Jason's going to be on the Legendary Wolf podcast this week with Sean O'Brien and Miles. So he might talk about some things on there. He's going to be on the Jawfist where he said he's going to talk about a lot of it.
Okay.
So hopefully we get some information this
This
week.
was just a little snippet before we.
Because they
With
can't
more
tell
to
us
come.
everything that goes on in the Gamma show.
Okay.
I'm hoping that's all it is. He has to wait just a certain amount of time before he can tell us everything, which is fine. It's a private show. I get it.
Okay.
I hate that they hyped up the Gamma show though. I hate it.
That might have just been miscommunication, and that
I
Turned
think
out
Jason
bad.
did it on purpose. I think it's miscommunication with everybody else interpreting the way Jason did things because Jason
Okay.
always does that.
Okay. Well, with that, we're gonna end it there. Then hopefully move to a post show. I don't know. We might.
We can still do a post show. It won't be patched. You'll have to cut it
Oh,
off.
that's fine. We'll do that. So if you want to check that out, go to Patreon. If you would like, it's $1, and then we'll never kick you off our Discord because I don't have the time to try to find you.
I barely use Discord.
I don't want
I
to
really
do that.
want to start
Actually,
using
real
Discord.
talk. Give us
Pay
$1.
us
and-
$1 and be in the Discord forever, boys.
Yeah, pay us $1, be in Discord forever, and then you'll always be able to come to the podcast early, even if it's not like.
Even if you're not a full Patreon member, it happens.
If right now Patreon
Hey,
is
you know
just
what?
like if you think that we're all right and you want to give us $1.
Well,
a
let's
month,
just
that'd be
change
very
the tier names and just make it a forever member.
cool. Maybe
$1 is a forever member.
maybe. But with
You're
that,
an alumni now.
thank you all for watching. If you would like to like the video, that is great for us because it shows YouTube that this is content that other people might enjoy. It's like the single greatest thing you can do for helping out the channel. The easiest thing that you can do to help out the channel in a major way. It's like very low cost for very good
Returns.
Returns, yeah. Other than that, do all the fun YouTube stuff, and I'll stay learned.
Get learned.
Thanks to the government.
Bye bye.